Built to win. Applied myself. I filled it in. No time for that doubt. They counted me out. I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss.
Pacers were going to make the playoffs. It didn't end so well for you, brother.
If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool.
You fell asleep at the trade deadline when we had a trade to get Kyle Lowry out of here.
Found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it. They told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, just never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie. I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like told me keep on running toes. They gonna take
This is what we got to tell.
Every fan doing this.
I filled it in. No time for that doubt. They counted me out. I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss. I pay for the cost. I'm winning to win. Yeah. Refuse to lose. I'm built to win. Apply myself. I filled it in. No time for that doubt. They counted me out. I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss. I'm paying the cost. I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse.
It is.
Somebody went through, snuck out. But welcome to Refuse to Lose Sports. My name is Joe Jordan. Excited about today's episode. We got a good episode for y'all today. We got Tomo here, birthday boy. We're gonna get to Tomo in a second. We got my man Mark here. We're gonna bring Mark up. Go ahead and bring him up, Tomo. We got my man Mark here replacing Dave. But before I bring these two to the front, let me let y'all know what we're talking about. First, USA beat Serbia yesterday. We got to talk about, we had a lot of good performances from USA. Who had the best performance? Who was the best player on that game? We got to talk about Tatum getting a DNP, world champion. World champion what? The bench that has him? We got to talk about why we see DNP, right? Is that disrespectful? According to Tim Legler, the QB market. Jordan Love is got paid, highest paid. Tua, highest paid 4-year contract. Is the QB market messed up? We're going to talk about that. And lastly, ain't no showdown of Cowboy talk, right? Obviously, it's time on birthday yesterday. We got to talk the Cowboys in some way, some form. Is Dak going to play on his last year as a Cowboy? Is he going to be a Cowboy after this year? But like I said, two of my bros with me. We got Mark here, my fellow Commander fan. And then we got and Tomo's fellow Wizards fan. Mark, you on both sides right now. And we got Missy your done son himself, host of the In the Red Corner, birthday boy, my man Tomo. How y'all doing, fellas?
Man, we doing good. We doing good. I see Dave is there in the comments early. I would say I'm feeling a little younger. I want to thank everybody on live for the birthday love. Everybody was looking out, and a great way to come back is to talk about the NFL. So let's get this ball rolling. What's up, Mark? What's up, Joe?
Man, everything good. I'm just here to talk football. I love to talk football. Let's talk football. But I know we got some topics before. But let's get it.
Let's get it.
Joe.
All right, y'all. Let's get this show on. But before we go,
no. How you doing, Joe?
Oh,
Joe go right to the show. You never tell us how you doing.
I'm good, man. I had a good weekend. Spent time with my family. Played some basketball. I was cooking too. Anyways, right? Had a great weekend. And but look, it's Monday, TGI Monday, right? Thank God it's Monday. Start of the week, but you got to kick off the week on a good note. So Tomo, my boy Dave not here, but we got to turn up one time. Let's turn up.
Turn me up.
Back to you, Joe. All right, so look, y'all, we are streaming this on 2 platforms, YouTube and Facebook. So make sure y'all like the video on both platforms. If you haven't subscribed or follow on any of our social media platforms, make sure you do that. We have a page for every social media platform. So make sure you follow and subscribe if you haven't done it yet. And you want to share this video with a sports fan because they can be involved in the show by being in the comment section. And shout out to the people who are in this comment so far. Shout out to my boy Dave. He said, "Let's go, turn me up." All right. And then I got throw in Kevo's comment. No MVP equals DNP kind of has a ring to it. Something Luka don't have. But look though, make sure you use the comment section. We can see all the comments I will be putting out throughout the show. And listen, sit back, relax, and enjoy the rest of the show. Tomo, to you.
And just like that, we'll take the ball and we're gonna dunk it. Shout out to Shaq. But if you haven't been paying attention to, football has been there. Baseball is playing as well. So there's a lot of sports that can keep you away from the Olympics. But the Olympics have officially started. We seen LeBron holding the flag on the boat. Everybody say they're gonna show this to their kids and say LeBron president. But Sunday, USA went up against Serbia. Some people would say, man, maybe KD was doing it for Tommy and Ghost. Inside joke if you watch Power. If not, go watch Power. You'll figure it out. Team USA defeats Serbia 110 to 84 on Sunday. And up next, they got South Sudan. And I heard they've been talking a little bit, on 7:31 at 3 p.m. You can go check it out. If it's on Peacock. If not, YouTube TV. I know we got all the streaming apps, so we got to tell y'all where to try to find these games at. But we got to react, man. Who was the best player in that game yesterday? Mark.
Mark.
No, I want to say, Mark, are you ready for this one?
I'm good, man. I watched the game. And it was a game, But the best player that was on that court yesterday. Was it yesterday they played? Mm-hmm. Yes, it was yesterday.
Yeah, time flies.
Was LeBron James. Amongst all the superstars in the NBA, LeBron James was the best basketball player on the court. The whole game, start to finish. Yeah. Maybe he didn't have to score the most points, but him being involved in the offense the way he was, distributing the basketball and almost getting the second triple-double in the Olympics. Almost got it. It was, 20, 25, 23, 8, and 8?
21.
But, 21. I'm sorry. KD at 23. I'm sorry. But, KD came in and sparked the team. So that's what it was. But yesterday, the best player on the court was LeBron James. He was doing what he wanted, really.
I gotta hear what Joe gonna say now.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's like your feedback. You want? Sure you don't want to go?
Mark set it up so we can have a rebuttal. So we're gonna all go. And I don't know who this. A lot of people in the chat gonna be like, LeBron.
Yes, LeBron.
Who you got, Joe?
I gotta agree with Mark. Yeah, I'm gonna agree with Mark. All right. Don't get me wrong. Kevin Durant sparked the team. All right. Kevin Durant, he the one that set the tone. He the one that gave he sparked them. When he came in and hit that first three, Anthony Edwards came down and hit his three, team hype after that. Team got amped after that. But what I would say is this. That was the first half. In the second half, Serbia made a couple of runs to try to make it close. And there was a time when LeBron James was not in the game. Kevin Durant was in the game, and that offense was super stagnant. Kevin Durant, I think he scored. I think he had one field goal in the second half, like that. I think he did, right?
2 attempts. No.
Yeah, 1 for 2. So it's not like Kevin Durant played bad. It's just that LeBron played so well in the second half. And I'm not just talking about offensively. We're talking about both sides of the floor. So I think when LeBron James is in the game, and don't get me wrong, an underrated person on this team, Derek White. When Derek White or LeBron James is in the game, there's some type of flow in the offense. I would say that about Derek White.
Derek White. Yeah.
One thing Derek White does well, he puts pressure on the defense. Defense collapse, swing, open three. He does a good job in the pick and roll with him and Bam. Derek White knows how to control that offense and LeBron James. But when LeBron James was on that floor without Derek White, it was stagnant a bunch of times. It was one time, I think it was KD, Anthony Edwards, Bam, Anthony Davis, and I forgot who the fifth person was, but that offense was stagnant. LeBron came in, and that's when he got that steal. And then later, man, I wish I had a clip. When LeBron got that steal and bullied everybody and fell down and got up like this, man, I was hyped. I got it. I was like, all right, but anyways, I think it was LeBron James. I think he was the best player.
So we got LeBron.
You rather go against LeBron? That's your boy.
That's not my boy, Joe. I told you I only do that because somebody got to sit on here and bounce and level the playing field when you're talking about Jordan. Sometimes you just gotta throw little jabs in there. We know Jordan is the best, but at the end of the day, Jordan was the best player on his Olympic team for most of those games. Some people would say Charles Barkley was, and I would say in this one it was Kevin Durant. He was the Charles Barkley of the game. Like I know what you all are saying about the offensive performance, but I'm gonna remind Marcus something that he said backstage because he said he wanted to talk about the game, but he said wanted to talk about the turnovers. LeBron had 6 of those. How the best player on the team, how the best player on the court had 6 turnovers. Meanwhile, KD was just every time you give me the ball, I'm gonna cash it. He was just cashing. Now I was expecting maybe Joe to throw out Joker. Because Joker had a good game too. I mean, we could say who had the worst game was Embiid. Because here we go again, Embiid. When you going up against Joker, the numbers ain't adding up. So I'm just saying. But for me, of course, the easy answer is Kevin Durant. I'm not mad at y'all looking at it from the other side of the field from the other side of the court because both guys balled out. Like Bron doing this thing and KD doing this thing. You need both of those guys actually in this USA run, the 2 vets. To play like this, and think about it. KD was coming fresh off of I don't know if I'm gonna play or not, and gave you 23. He came off the court and said, "Look, man, it's basketball. At the end of the day, you give me a basketball, I can do anything with it." And that's just what he showed. So I'm going with KD.
I'm not mad at that. You're correct about LeBron James turnovers. He had bad turnovers.
But you got to realize LeBron played 27 minutes. No one else played Devin Booker had 26 minutes. But outside of them two, no one else played over 20 minutes.
LeBron also played down the stretch too. He played.
And LeBron had the ball in his hand a lot. So LeBron had the ball in his hand a lot more than KD did. He's bringing the ball down. He's orchestrating the offense too. So I mean, like, LeBron had the ball in his hand. He's prone to turnovers, and on top of that's the first international game. So it's like the movement is not like the NBA. It's different. But once LeBron figured it out, because he had a lot of turnovers in the first half. Second half, once LeBron figured it out, that was all she wrote. So,
I don't know, Mark. He had some bad turnovers, bro.
He did.
It wasn't like he was orchestrating the offense. It was someone like on fast break. It was he had some bad turnovers, man.
He had a lot of them in the first half. A lot of them came in the first half.
But LeBron James, his intensity is at a different level.
Yeah, he definitely turned up.
Yeah, his intensity is at a different level, and he know the Lakers ain't gonna be that. This is his last ride for real. To win something. Like for real, I'm not even trying to diss LeBron, but like he know this is the last dance. You feel me, for a championship.
I would say in the Olympics, Joe. I ain't gonna go that crazy on them. The Lakers might. You never know what happened in the NBA. The Lakers might get there.
You never know. You're right, but
I will say this, man. Like Team USA do need to get that turnover thing together. Like it need to come together because they have 17 in total, and that's the way the turnovers look was like I was watching the Wizards. Like it was just like, what are we doing? Like we can score, okay, but now you got to protect the ball. Or the team gonna go up once they get on the run. Y'all got to come. Now y'all playing from behind, so it's like. Yeah, like yesterday, it looked like they had fun while I was playing. Even when Steph Curry came in the game, I didn't even know they can run the score up at the end of the game like they're international, but that's how you're supposed to. So, like, it was – I think once USA clean up their turnovers, they ain't going to be able to be touched. They just can't turn the ball over. They got to be more attentive because they was just tossing inbound plays getting stolen. Like, I was just like, y'all ain't doing nothing. So, it's just, they got to clean that up. And I know they probably looked at it and just like, yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm. And Tom, before you move on, the reason why I'm not pushing back on your KD take because it's really that KD was just as important as LeBron James, in my opinion. I feel like KD would they even win that game without KD's rant in the first half? Like he went crazy.
And to say something about that, yes, you are right. But if KD didn't go off, you still got 2 other players on the bench that didn't get no clout.
Who are on KD's level though?
I mean, not even KD. It ain't got nothing to do with the level of KD. It's if KD not on. If KD just because KD wasn't hitting, and I think, man, like it was.
He wasn't just on. That was perfect in the first half.
Nah, he was.
He was perfect, and everybody.
That's what I'm saying. He was perfect in the first half. I'm saying if he didn't score, like that's what I was like responding to what you said. Like if he didn't come in and do that, well, they had won. I'm saying that maybe. He may have if KD would have been 2 for 7, maybe Tatum would have got in the game.
And did what?
You don't.
On,
Tatum
I'm
can
not trying to
score.
just Tatum, but like,
I'm not.
he
Tatum
might
can
have helped.
score.
He
Just
might have
Tatum,
helped.
like you stay ready. So
no,
I mean,
but KD, bro, like,
but
remember,
yeah,
this is why these buckets he got.
the reason why he ain't get no clock that game, in my opinion.
The reason why they stretched that lead at the end. Remember, KD came down. He had like 2-3, hit a 3, then he had one at transition.
Yeah.
For the 2-for-1, and then hit the fadeaway before the half. Like that built more, man. And then KD's, him coming back, first time playing with them, him getting those buckets, it sparked everybody. Everybody's getting hype off that. LeBron was getting hype off that.
You're right. I agree. I'm saying
so,
I was answering your question when you said that.
Sound like you want to come over
here,
Joe.
That's what he was saying. I was responding to that. If he didn't,
come on over, Joe. Sound like you want to come on this side, man.
I do think LeBron, because LeBron, he had a good first and second half. Like LeBron
played
presence
a full game.
showed in the second half, in my opinion.
Full game.
KD kind of like was chilling in the second half.
At the end of the day, peanut butter and jelly ain't peanut butter and jelly if one of the ingredients ain't there. So I
can eat a jelly sandwich. I can't eat a peanut butter.
I'm just saying, and that's what Kevin Durant is. Kevin Durant is the jelly. Okay. Look, I'm just saying, a lot of people are allergic to peanut butter, LeBron. So I'm just saying, at the end of the day, and Mark, man, I like the segue because you kind of like alley-ooped it because, I mean, technically, if KD was off, that's what Steve Kerr did say. He said he was going to put JT in the game, but, I mean, Kevin Durant was Kevin Durant. What you want me to do? But some people were upset about that. Tim Legler had a lot to say about it. Let's drop that clip, Joe.
Absolutely not. I totally disagree with what happened to him today. I thought it was incredibly disrespectful. Jason Tatum's got a hell of a resume. Jason Tatum has got a much greater resume than guys on that team today that were playing a lot of minutes. You mentioned two teammates. They played 40 minutes between the two of them. Derek White, Drew Holiday. And you could say, well, they play a different position. And if you're Jason Tatum, you're dealing with Anthony Edwards and Kevin Durant on the wing. Okay. Jason Tatum's been all league how many times? Jason Tatum's an NBA champion. Jason Tatum's had MVP votes.
Jason Tatum had MVP votes. Tim Legler was upset, man. So how do we got to react to this video, man? How you guys feel about him saying it was disrespectful that Tatum didn't play? We'll start with you, Joe.
I agree. I know everybody upset because Derek White, Drew Holiday. I get why they getting they burn. Who else gonna do it? Tyrese Halliburton? So like you would rather do that. Now the person they're not mentioning is Devin Booker. Like, let's be real. Like, okay, I'm not saying Devin Booker's a bum, but Devin Booker, what's his role on his team? Okay, Devin Booker is a shooter. Like, he can shoot the three. It's going to be a lot of kickouts. Devin Booker's not going to get a lot of isolation situations on his team. A lot of things Devin Booker's going to do is off a catch and shoot. Last time I checked, Tatum shot better than Devin Booker from the 3-point line this year. Last time I checked. And also, Jason Tatum is a guard with 4 size. He's a guard, really. He's not really a 4, he's a guard. And he has a 4 length. And he's a really, really, really good defender. He's not like one of the best in the league, but he's really, really, really a really good defender. Much better than Devin Booker. Because there was times when I watched that game when Devin Booker missed a lot of defensive assignments. There was one time when Steph was chasing his man and Devin Booker, man, set the pick and Steph like switched and Devin Booker just held on a swivel. Lucky he missed a lot of 3. But Tatum is way more active. Tatum is a better rebounder. So, and just forget all that X's and O stuff. He just won a championship. Can you at least bless my man with some playing time? So, and on top of that, Devin Booker started and he played the second most minutes yesterday. That's wild. And Tatum got no minutes. Nah, I agree with Tim Legler. That was definitely disrespectful.
Let me go because I don't agree with Tim Legler. I don't think it was disrespectful at all. Like I said, if KD wasn't as hot as he was, I understand. Okay, I'm gonna let Tatum play because KD not hot. He's just coming off his calf injury. But so Jason Tatum would get a spark. But that's not what happened. KD was hot, and we can talk about Devin Booker like how he is in the NBA on offense. But Devin Booker can play defense, and he played really good defense yesterday. I know you referenced that one play. And then on top of that, Devin Booker was 4 for 6 from the field, 4 for 5 from 3-point line. He had 12 points, and he played defense. He played hard the whole game. Yes, he deserved the second most minutes that game. So I don't mean outside of him playing the way he did, Derek White. I know he was on the bench, and I know he did mention the rest of them, but Derek White was another spark to the game, as well as Drew Holiday defensively. So it's like Steve Kerr had his lineups. I know y'all trying to play or play the part with all of them superstars. They should get clocked. And Team USA isn't about what you did in the NBA. This is the best players in the world coming together to play against the other best players. I mean, the players around the world. So I mean, it's hard to play 12 people in 50 minutes, especially to get clocked, not just so they can run up and down the field. I mean, I said the field. I'm sorry, up and down the basketball court with 4 or 5 times for like 4 or 5 possessions, just to make somebody else happy. You might throw the rhythm of somebody else playing off. Devin Booker might have threw his rhythm off because he was playing good the whole game. That's one person I'm not going to say like, oh, this is Devin Booker played great that game. And what they wanted, and you got Steph Curry, Steph Curry didn't even play a lot in the first half. He played a lot in the second half, and he closed out the game. So they went through their scores in certain parts of the game. Jason Tatum didn't get any bump because the game offensively was going the way they thought it would go. I mean, yeah, they went the way it would go, so he didn't have to come in. Next game, I'm pretty sure he's going to get bumped, yeah. But this was against Serbia. And this is a team that it's one of them hard teams that we have in our group that we have to win. So must-win situations, put your starters in, put them in.
I know Jaylen Brown sitting in the house like, man, see with Derek White, that's your boy. You told him that he's all good. He over there, right? That's your boy. Now look at you. I played the same amount of minutes you did, and we watched the game at the same time. Outside of that, it's one game. Steve Kerr did what he had to do. I mean, outside of what he said, it comes off great if you're a coach because you're like, look, man, dealing with the size we had to, AKA, I think Steve Kerr was just protecting Embiid. He was like, look, man, we had to keep bamming them in there because we dealing with Joker. Like, y'all see what he can do. Joker went out there, what he got, 20 points, or like 4 or 5. Let me make sure I got my assist count right because he be doing this thing, but he got 8 assists. So he was still finding ways to dish the rock. So it was like, look, we got to understand that in the flow of the game, these players were helping on the defensive end and they were keeping, like Mark said, the momentum going. So again, Jason Tatum, when were we going to put you in? If you're not a starter, if we already got our ebbs and flow of the game, maybe next game you come out, we'll see what happens. But also, I'll go back to what I said earlier. I think Steve Kerr was really banking on how Kevin Durant's performance was. If Kevin Durant's performance wasn't what it was, I think he would have subbed Jason Tatum in. Technically, I think Jason Tatum would have played that role that KD had, where it's like, all right, y'all can't get nothing. You might be over in the corner, quick 3. All right, we can't get nothing. Maybe hit the baseline, give us a dunk or a layup or something like that. But again, Kevin Durant's performance was going so great that he like, man, we got KD balling, we got Bron balling. I know Steph can give us a full court shot at this point because basically, based upon how the court is, he can just shoot from anywhere. So, like, I know what these 3 guys can give me. Now, Kevin Durant ain't good. JT, you win. The real up and down is more so I see where people coming from with Derek White, and that's probably because of the name. They're just looking at his name. They're not looking at the impact he had on the game. I cracked my joke earlier, but again, Derek White is making a contribution. It's one game. Now, if you don't play game 2, then we got something to talk about, Tim Legler. Like, now your rank can be extended. It's just one game, though.
Steve Kerr did say he'll play. But look, it's what I don't get. Why is Devin Booker start? Okay, so Tatum can't play the shooting guard spot?
Not like Devin could.
How? How is that even
a natural position? That's literally his natural position as a shooting guard.
But Jason Tatum
can't play his natural position better than he can. No.
A small forward and a shooting guard in NBA today is the same thing.
They're the same thing, but it's like he's just not playing his position better. I do like, and then on top, as much as he held the ball, he had 0 turnovers. I know we talked about Bron. Devin Booker had 0 turnovers.
As much as he held the ball, he didn't hold the ball a lot.
He had the ball a lot. He had 5 assists, 0 turnovers.
A lot. Okay. Let's get it right. A lot of his assists wasn't him dishing it out. It was a hockey assist, and he was a guy in the middle. That's what that was. Not trying to discredit Devin Booker, but it was because of ball movement in the offense. It wasn't like he ran something and he threw a good great pass. It was more so something like that. And also, Jason Tatum, he's proven in the Olympics that last time Jason Tatum played in the Olympics with Kevin Durant, he was the second leading scorer. All right, so let's start there. He was the second leading scorer on that team. Also, like, let's look at the starting lineup. LeBron James, we know why he's starting. It's the name, and he deserves it. Joel Embiid, it's the name. I'm going to start right there. Right? Because I don't know if he deserves it right now. Steph Curry, it's the name, and he deserves it. And we all know why Jrue Holiday is there. Because of his defense. Because who else you going to start point guard? Tyrese Halliburton? Derek White? Those ain't only 3 point guards. So he's the best point guard on his team. And then the shooting guard, I would go with Tatum. Literally, I would go with Tatum. Because Tatum is a shooting guard with a small forward body. He's a better defender than Booker. He shoot just as good as Booker, or probably, I want to say, Booker's a better mid-range shooter, but Tatum is also a really good shooter. And he's a better player than Booker, period. So, and like I said, he has Olympic proven stuff. So that's my only issue with that.
I'm waiting to hear what Mark got to say because I want to ask the question. Hold on, Mark, because I think you about to. This could help you answer the question because you said, I think, or Joe, you might have said, he was like, I think he does what he does in his position better. So are you saying that Jason Tatum is a better shooting guard than Booker? That's what you were saying, right, Joe?
I think he could. I think Tatum's a small forward, bro. Shooting guard, small forward nowadays is the same thing. You know, and ain't like Devin Booker running his offense. He's not running USA. Oh, he's literally a catch and shoot guy on his team for real. You know, and like I said, there were times, I don't know what Mark saw, but there were times on defense, he missed some defensive assignments. He wasn't a great defender. No, he did his job. He hustled. I mean, everybody on his team is going to hustle. If you don't hustle, you're going to go to the floor. It's ass and B. So you got to hustle. That's going to happen. You plan for your country. But Devin Booker is not the greatest defender. Tatum is a really good defender, and he's shown that. So, and Tatum played well in the expedition games, too. It's not like he played horrible. So I just don't get why the DNP, though. That's wild. Now, last thing, Mark, sorry. I know Devin Booker played well. He did. I also think Tatum would have played well, too. But if I'm going to go with a starting lineup, you know what I mean? I would have went Tatum versus Booker.
I'm not saying that Tatum isn't it. I'm not saying Tatum isn't who he is. I'm saying I'm not agreeing with Tim Legacy. I don't agree that it was disrespectful. I think Tatum even understood that like this is just the game. Like
so his face.
50 minutes is. I mean, like it's the game is short. Like it ain't like it's.
I don't know.
So, I mean,
he got Kobe number, and I don't think Kobe gonna sit on the bench too long. Like Kobe probably would have flipped a chair or something.
Tomo, this man won the NBA championship and then win Finals MVP. And now this
Eastern Conference Finals didn't start. Like,
bro, like come on. This man, most respected NBA champion, NBA history, bro.
I could tell you like this: Jason Tatum probably went back to his hotel room, called up LMA, and was like, "You know what? They're gonna stop playing with me." But then when he left out and hung out with the homies, he was like, "Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Just know next game when I get in, I'm going for 40." Like that's what he got to do.
And if that's what happens, I'm not saying. I'm just saying like the way the game went, I can see why he didn't get in.
Now because they won, Steve Kerr looks like a genius. Because they won.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? They won.
Coaching staff put together. Like you see their coaching staff, it's crazy.
I know. They got the 3 best coaches in the league for real.
They got Spo. They got Steve Kerr. Who that coach they got from NCAA? They got.
No, I think they got more than 3. I thought they only had
those
3.
I know, but they got an all-star coaching staff. So I mean,
it's
if this is what the game plan they put together, I get it. I see.
Yeah, basically, it's 2 of LeBron coaches and Steph coach.
I know, right?
They got T. Lue too. I mean, they coached up. So I mean, I'm going with the coaches on like that's a lot of rings over there.
Yeah.
So,
Mark, good debate, man.
Yeah, no, I'm not with Tim Legler on that one. I don't agree with the disrespect. Like I said, game 3. If he ain't played for 3 games, I'm with Tim Legler. But it's just
one game though. I see the flow.
Yeah, Tim Legler also said if you can't play all 12 players, don't have 12 players.
Yeah, he kind of went far with that one. I was like, huh?
Yeah, you gotta get everybody gotta get their minutes.
Tim Legler, my guy too. I actually like Tim Legler. He's one of the most brilliant guys in basketball in the media right now. So, but when he said that, I was like, okay, hurting their feelings.
Where's drawing a blank? Let's go to the next topic. I'll think of it later. Man, speaking of blank, let's talk about blank checks. That's why I was drawing a blank. If you don't know this quote, then I mean you don't watch The Wire. Because it's exactly where it comes from. The game is the game. And at the end of the day, we talking about quarterbacks who's just getting money. They just getting money. They ain't like half of them better than if we do a top 10. Most of these guys probably won't be on the list. If we do a top 10, some of them will be on the list. But I know when I ask these guys this one question, who's the best quarterback in the league right now?
Mahomes.
Okay. That
my homeboy. I ain't
just had to make sure everybody was on the same page.
No debate.
So right
the
now,
gap right there.
Just the gap with how he's playing
right
and the gap with how they pay him.
And the rest of the quarterback. Just a gap.
Okay, Tomo, go ahead. Go ahead, preach.
I'm just saying that's the gap, man. So we got to talk about it. Do we have a problem with the quarterback market? As a guy who quarterback needs to get paid, I'm gonna say yes. And I think this all started. I mean, well, the owners kind of came together because this problem started with the rookies. Remember, the rookies kept coming into the league and they were getting money, and then they would be bust. I think Sam Bradford was the last quarterback that got paid in a substantial amount. And then they said, you know what, we're gonna cap this because this is getting ridiculous. We have, let's say, Shedeur Sanders coming out as the number one pick, and now he's making 40 M's. He ain't even thrown a football yet. Or in your guys' case, Jaden Daniels. Imagine Jaden Daniels getting drafted and then you making $50 million a year. And you don't even know if he can actually play in the NFL. So they found a way to put a cap on that. However, these quarterbacks found a way to, sneak through the back door. Because we got Trevor Lawrence making 55. I mean, Joe Burrow's worth 55. Some people would say. Some people would disagree. I mean, it depends on what state or city you in. Baltimore. I mean, then you got Jordan Love making 55, and then Tua got paid. He got 53. And you all would know the list. I could read you the numbers. But again, Mahomes is making 45. Yes, there's a problem with the quarterback market. Now, the question is, how do we fix it? But I'm going to hear from my bros first before we answer that question. Mark, do you think there's a problem with the quarterback market?
Yes, I do think yes, I do think there's a problem with the quarterback market. And I think the issue goes all the way back to the Deshaun Watson deal with Cleveland. I think that messed the quarterback market up because they shot the market up higher than what it was supposed to have been. So after he did that, that's when the Eagles figured out, oh, I got to figure out a way to pay Jalen Hurts. So they had to reset the market again for actual valuable quarterbacks because at the time, Jalen Hurts is valuable. So they gave him 51. And then out of nowhere, you see Lamar get 52 and Justin Herbert get 52 and a half and Jared Goff get 53. And are these quarterbacks worth it? How many of these quarterbacks got a ring? So now you got Mahomes. He's lower than everybody else. But Mahomes took a record deal at his time. So Kansas City was smart the way they did that. It was smart the way they locked him into a 10-year deal. 10 years in the NFL is crazy. So, I mean, now you got teams, the cap goes up every year. So now you got teams with more value, players are getting more valuable, or positions are getting more valuable, and other positions aren't. Say, as running back, position not as valuable as they used to be. Wide receiver, cornerback, position is getting high. They're requesting, they're asking for a lot more money. Defensive ends, they're asking for a lot more money. Normally, the highest paid players on the team was the offensive line, the offensive lineman. Now you got, the defensive lineman getting paid almost just as much. So just like you were saying, just like Dallas got a conundrum on their hands. So it's a lot going on. The market is overvalued right now. Yes, it is. I believe it is.
Yeah.
I got to disagree with one of your points. The Deshaun Watson deal, I don't think it messed up the market. The owners just ignore that because he got his contract was so bad because it was fully guaranteed. But nobody followed that trend. And it might be bad, but I'm going to say no. I don't have an issue with it. How about this? When the NFL take away the franchise tag, then we won't have this problem. How about that? Can they take away the franchise tag? What the NFL players are doing, they are protecting themselves. First of all, you're not giving them fully guaranteed contracts like the NBA. That's number one. And number two, you have an opportunity to franchise tag them 2 to 3 times before they can move on to the next team. We saw it with Kirk Cousins. We did it like a million times. Look at Brandon Ayuk's situation. I know he's a receiver, but look at his situation. They he got no leverage because they could just franchise tag him. What? I paid throughout my whole contract, and y'all can keep me for more years when I don't want to be here? So my whole thing is I don't have an issue with the QB market because they are getting their bread because these owners have more power than any other sport. I feel like the owner has more power than any other sport in the NFL. So I don't have an issue with the QB market. Get your bread. And plus, the QB position is far more important than any other position. Because we're talking about Tua. Okay, you don't pay Tua that money, then what you going to do? Who's going to be a backup? Because when Tua not there, they losing. Who? Jordan Love. Who the backup? What they going to do this year? Packers have hope because of Jordan Love. They don't have hope because of Dylan or Jacobs or Christian Watson, Romeo Dobbs. They got hope or Jar. That's my dog coming to DC. They got hope because of Jordan Love. Tyreek Hill, beast. But no Tua, we ain't talking about the Dolphins. So because the position is so important, I don't have an issue with the market, but tell the owners and the NFL commissioner to get rid of that franchise tag.
Let me ask you a question, Joe.
Uh-oh. You be speaking from personal experience. Go ahead.
No. Let me ask you a question. So, who's the best cornerback in the league right now?
Best corner? Can I give you like a few?
Can I give you my best corner?
Oh, go ahead, Mark. Go ahead.
Jalen Johnson.
Jalen Johnson.
Okay.
Chicago.
I want to say okay.
So who would you say, Joe?
I mean, you know, I'll throw my boy. I like Sauce. I like Sauce Gardner. I think he's nice. You know, I still like my boy Patrick Surtain, even though he's in an unhappy situation.
Okay. So we going off of you said Pat Surtain, you said Jalen Johnson, you got Sauce, and then you got Trayvon Diggs. Right? Was some of the best corners in
Trayvon Diggs up there, yeah.
Yeah, he's up there. But you gotta come back from the ACL, but we're gonna see. Either way, the point is Trayvon Diggs at the time that he signed his extension was coming off of resetting the interception record. That's what he did. Oh, but he gave up the most yards. I'm sorry, I forgot about that. But he did that, and then he took a slightly less deal, but he was kind of like in the market around what's my man down there in Miami? What's his name? He's one of the best. Jalen Ramsey. So you see how it works. You have to actually be good to get some money. What have some of these quarterbacks proven? You think Trevor Lawrence with a 20-30 record, 1-1 in the playoffs, is worth $55 million a year?
Daniel Jones got it.
He wasn't worth that neither. That's what I'm saying.
Project was much smaller.
Daniel Jones got 40, but at the time he wasn't worth that extension.
Same stats.
Okay, no Trevor Lawrence. Where you gonna go?
You just got to find another quarterback.
Like anybody got to that record.
Let me ask you this, Tomo. Let me ask you a question. Do you think the Jazz can win a Super Bowl with Trevor Lawrence?
No.
You don't think he can ever win a Super Bowl? You don't think he's good enough to win one?
No.
I disagree. If Nick Foles is good enough to go on one, Trevor Lawrence is too.
How much was Nick Foles making?
Nick Foles came in a great situation too.
You're right, but was he proven at all? Did he do anything before he won that Super Bowl? No, he did not.
I'm glad you brought up Philly because we got to talk about context. Carson Wentz was the starting quarterback. Carson Wentz was on the MVP season. He got them in the playoffs because of his record. Got hurt. Then Nick Foles took over. So he only played 5 to 7 games if we include in the playoff run.
Okay. Carson Wentz is a good example. Carson Wentz, he balled out, got his bread. He's going to win a Super Bowl. He got his money. But what happened after that? My whole point, Trevor Lawrence but Trevor Lawrence also talented though. He's a talented quarterback.
Super Bowl. So was Carson.
Huh?
So was Carson. So was Carson Wentz.
That's my point. My thing is the quarterback position is so important. Without Trevor Lawrence, what are the Jazz doing? What were the Jazz before Lawrence got there, matter of fact? Let me ask you that question. Nothing. Last time they went to the playoff, they lost to Brady, and they lost because they have a quarterback.
Last time they went to the playoffs, they lost.
Because they have they did. Because Mahomes, they lost to the GOAT, for real, the GOAT of today's football.
Because of the quarterback.
But I feel
they lost to Justin Herbert because of the quarterback.
He won. He beat Justin Herbert.
Oh no, they came back. Justin Herbert lost because he was the quarterback who got paid too. Look at that. I'm just saying, some guys is not worth it.
That game plan was crazy.
But my whole point is the quarterback position is a position you got to make sure you have. You know what I mean? So paying your quarterback, if your quarterback is saying, I'm not going to go for it until you pay me this, you're going to do it because of the importance of that position. But on top of that, Go ahead.
You gonna have me on here sounding like Jerry Jones, man. I'm just saying, man. At the end of the day, you got to pay these players based upon where they're at in the moment. Like
That's
I understand,
exactly what I'm.
like
Yep.
if the market, I understand. We say the market is the market, and I'm not mad at it. Get your money, but again, everyone's talking about Dak Prescott contract, and the first thing they say is, "But he can't win a playoff game. He's not worth 60 M's." So if you can't win a playoff game and you worry about 60 M's, why?
This ain't Dak's first contract. When
But
Dak
what I'm
got his
saying
first
is,
contract,
they
like
were saying the
all
same
for
thing
it.
then, though, Joe. They were saying the same thing
You
then.
gonna have your Dallas Cowboy haters though, Tomo. We know
No,
that.
but I'm just saying, if we're talking about resetting the market,
How about that?
what has Jordan Love done to say he needs to reset
That's on the
market?
Packers. That's on the Packers.
But it's all the quarterbacks because everyone's following, and all agents
They're
are doing
following
is
the
saying
trend.
my man is better than him, so pay him.
Yeah,
That's
that's
all they're
exactly what the
saying.
agents doing. They going there. Oh, he had this many yards. He had 20
Yeah.
touchdowns. He had 26. He getting paid this. Why isn't he getting paid this? We're gonna walk. Trade him.
Yes,
So let me
Yeah.
ask you a
rightfully
question.
so.
All
I
right.
get it. But do I think it's overpriced? Yes, and that's why we think it's overpriced because that's happening. And it all started with
it's
the Deshaun Watson
overpriced
deal.
today. Jordan Love's contract not gonna be overpriced 3 years from now. That's my you pay players for what you think they would be. You don't pay them for what they did. Sometimes you do, like you and Joe Flacco. But look what happened. Joe Flacco won a Super Bowl. Oh, now we're gonna pay you, and then backfire. So you normally pay guys for projecting. You don't pay guys what they did before because they older now. Like that's a pass. You know, now if there was a quarterback
contract, I agree with you.
You know, so especially with Dak's situation is different.
I agree with you. That's second contract. I agree with you on that.
But Jordan Love's situation is different. He came in. Every time he came in the game when Aaron Rodgers got hurt or something, he bought out. Aaron Rodgers, they paid Aaron Rodgers after trading up to get Jordan Love. They decided to get Aaron Rodgers $50 million a year. That's on them. So when Aaron Rodgers held him hostage and Jordan Love played on he about to go into his last year of his contract, knowing he not getting paid. Jordan Love did the right thing, but man, you better pay me. Talking about
Joe, how much would you pay Brock Purdy?
Brock Purdy deserves a bank. I'm sorry, he deserves it.
According to the way the market is, he right.
He deserves it. I mean, and then he went to the Super Bowl.
And the thing is, he don't deserve it. Like it's not like deserving to be paid that high because of stats.
But like,
that's my point.
Let me ask you this though: if Brock Purdy don't deserve it, don't pay him.
No. Hold on, Joe. So let me ask you one. So you say Brock Purdy deserved the bank because he did what? He went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, he went to the Super Bowl. Yeah.
Joe Burrow went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, he did.
Jalen Hurts went to the Super Bowl. These are franchise-changing quarterbacks, so they deserve that. Trevor Lawrence ain't gonna win you no Super Bowl.
I think he's a good enough quarterback to win a Super Bowl.
He is good enough. Trent Dilfer was good enough to win a Super Bowl.
No, I'm talking about Trevor Lawrence could be the driving force.
I'm just
saying, like
I think he could. I'm not saying like if I'm the Jaguars and Trevor Lawrence didn't get paid and he's saying you gotta pay me. So look, you thought the Jaguars should have said, you know what, we ain't paying you.
No, I just think maybe you shouldn't have got paid that much.
55.
I'm not playing.
Trevor Lawrence probably would have took the Jalen Hurts deal. He probably would have took 51, 50.
He would have took 51. He would have took 46.
So you think the Jags brought that to the table?
Yes.
If that's the case, that's a bad negotiation for the Jaguars.
That's because
I don't think that happened though.
That's because Joe Burrow.
I do not think that happened. So, but see, I get what y'all saying. Y'all looking at it as these guys not good enough, but I'm looking at it from like, yo, the NFL take advantage of players all the time. That's how I'm looking at it. They franchise you.
Get your money. You're right.
So that's what I'm talking about now. If we're talking, obviously, if we're talking based on how good somebody is, should they be the highest paid? Mahomes should be the highest paid. If we want to pay people based on their ranks, yes, I agree with y'all with that. I agree, like Trevor Lawrence should get $55 million. My thing is, I'm not mad at the Jaguars giving him that because if they didn't give him that, they probably would be without no quarterback. And then without no quarterback, you have no hope. That's what I'm saying.
All right, so let me do this right quick. Let me read some of these records right quick. So Trevor Lawrence is 20-30, 1-1 in the playoffs. Joe Burrow 29-22, tied 5-2 in the playoffs. And of course, we've seen that ended up with a Super Bowl run. Second year, he beat one of the greatest quarterbacks. Remember that, Joe? Jordan Love 9-9, 1-1. Jordan Love basically got played because he spanked the Cowboys. Tua 32-19. That's Tua's worth that. They went out and got 2-0 weapon. He's worth that. Jared Goff, 66, 50, and 1. 4-4 in the playoffs.
He deserved it. He played for
some
Detroit.
of these, you see what I'm saying? Some of these names make sense. But when we get to like Justin Herbert, 30 and 32, 0-1 in the playoffs, we just going to give him 53 mil. Off
His
of
time
hope.
is up.
Off of hope.
See, I get it, y'all. I get what y'all saying. But what would you do if you were an owner?
If Deshaun Watson deal ain't coming to play, I
No,
think
Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson did not deserve that. 40 guarantee. Come on, bro. And I'm not even sure you could play.
He was the highest paid player in the NFL when he got that deal.
But he had 40 guarantee dollars too, though.
It reset the market. And
would you get Kirk Cousins 45?
Kirk had the 3-year deal for like.
You said, would I get Kirk if I'm the
Falcons? Would you have paid him $45 million?
Probably, because they're a quarterback away.
What? Okay.
Yes.
They're a quarterback away.
Don't sleep like
coming off an Achilles.
A bottom.
I mean, he's a quarterback. It ain't like he Lamar Jackson.
He don't run. He got to process the throw.
He got hurt. Drop him back. Huh? He got hurt. Drop him back because it was a dip in the field.
No,
so you gotta be Lamar.
QBs do have to move their feet. I get you. But I would have paid Kirk because Kirk. Who else you going to do? I mean, they did draft a quarterback. I mean, the Falcons is dumb. I mean, they paid the dude, and then they're going to draft a quarterback in the first round.
They tried to protect their future because they say Kirk
he older than Trey Lance.
Bro, you paid this dude $45 million, like Tomo said.
I'm not agreeing with that's what they said. I am.
Kirk is worth every penny.
And he a Vikings fan.
With the Vikings,
I think Kirk is worth it. I really do.
With the Vikings, he might have been. If I'm the Vikings, I give him that because the way him and Jazz got.
Atlanta too.
The Falcons are more set up to win.
So you telling me Desmond? You think is Kirk Cousins an upgrade over Desmond Ridder?
Yes.
That's a big upgrade. That's a huge upgrade because they got a great defense. They was a quarterback away, like Joe was saying.
What draft pick did the Falcons have? What draft? When did Michael pick? 9th. You could have traded up and got a quarterback and paid less.
That was a bad division.
They trying to win now, though, Tom. They got a really good defense. They got good skill weapons.
Waste the 9th pick on a quarterback. So you paid 45 M's and then you end up paying another 15 to 20 for a person that's about to sit on the bench. That's $60 million just sitting.
I'm not gonna lie. They might look like geniuses in the future, but right now, that is dumb because you want to draft somebody who can help you out. You pay Kirk to win now. So you want to draft somebody who's going to help you win right now. They basically going all in when they signed Kirk. That's what they said. Like, we're trying to win right now.
They got Drake London. And I know we can say whatever we want about Drake London past couple
of years. Nice.
Drake London is really nice if you had a solid quarterback.
And Kyle Pitts.
And he got Kyle Pitts with a solid quarterback.
And Bijan.
So what I'm telling y'all is the same way Mark is saying Deshaun Watson contract messed up the market, Kirk Cousins' contract also did the same thing. Like you paying 45 for a quarterback, an aging quarterback who just came off of Achilles tear. Yet I got Trevor Lawrence, 2 of these all young players. I want way more than Kirk. They we need more than Kirk.
Kirk
can go out there and not
deserve. Kirk really does. Kirk really do deserve the money. Yeah, Kirk really do deserve the money. And then look at what we did with Kirk. We franchised that Kirk, but how many times?
No,
he wanted his guaranteed, and that's how his agent got him the deals because he needed that guarantee. Because look at what we did, franchise tagging Kirk Cousins as many times as we did.
I get what you're saying, but what I'm telling y'all is there's an agent out there now looking at it like, look, this is the floor. Kirk Cousins got 45. This is our floor. We need anything more than that. Do you think before Kirk Cousins' contract, do you think Jordan Love would get 55 M's?
Kirk Cousins' contract had nothing to do with Jordan Love. It was Trevor Lawrence. Say Trevor Lawrence. Say Trevor Lawrence.
There we go. You're right. Trevor Lawrence got paid first. Do you think Trevor Lawrence is getting 55?
No. If Trevor Lawrence didn't have his contract, I don't think Jordan Love would have got 55.
Exactly.
Because Joe Burrow would have been the highest paid, and that's understandable.
But what I'm saying, Kirk Cousins, 45 is the floor. So as the agent, I'm coming in saying, look, aging quarterback, Achilles tear.
He deserves 45 though.
Hold on, Joe.
Go ahead.
We talking about Trevor Lawrence now because Kirk Cousins was the first domino. We already know you come in there talking about I want to get paid more than Patrick Mahomes and you Trevor Lawrence agent. They looking at you like, excuse me?
Yeah, the
Patrick
Jaguars
Mahomes.
messed it up the market. We should say that. Jaguars messed
Patrick,
it up. But go ahead, continue.
but then Kurt signed with the Falcons. Of course, they needed a quarterback, so they said, "Look, we're gonna get you at the same." Because him and Patrick making 45. They both making 45, right? That's the floor. They like, all right, now we got another quarterback we can compare everyone else to because it's not Patrick Mahomes. Trevor Lawrence then walks in and is like, well, I'm younger. Joe said they can win a Super Bowl with me. Give me an extra 10 and y'all got me. 55, reset right there.
See, I give you this. The Jaguars did a terrible job negotiating. Trevor Lawrence came off a bad season. He tanked. he had no leverage. So for getting paid that much money. So I get you on that point. Trevor Lawrence is like, yo, like if I'm an owner, I'm talking to the agent like, bruh, I mean, like, you want to get paid $55 million? You remember what happened last year? You had let this rookie quarterback come in here and outbeat you in your own division? Nah, bro, you got to get less than that. We can sign a 2-year deal. We can revisit this. But no, I'm not giving you $55 million. But the Jaguars didn't do a good job negotiating. Now, Jordan Love, once Trevor Lawrence got that contract, he made the playoffs last year.
And that's when it all started. But what I'm saying is Kirk Cousins was the first domino. Basically, Kirk Cousins gave all these agents some room to negotiate. That's what I'm saying. I don't think
Kirk had nothing to do with that. I don't.
I'm telling you, Joe. If Patrick Mahomes was the highest paid quarterback at the time, hold on, wait. No, Jalen Hurts is making.
No, Trevor Lawrence. No, Patrick Mahomes took the team friendly deal.
But then no, I'm looking at it now. You got Jalen Hurts, Lamar. Those two contracts happened before. Hurts happened before Lamar. Trevor Lawrence not worth it.
Deservedly so though. Yeah,
they are. But again, no, I'm going back to my original point. Kirk Cousins gave agents room to negotiate. I'm sorry. He gave everybody room to negotiate.
But even with $45 million, every franchise quarterback deserves that. Nick Bosa getting paid 34.
I'm cool with Trevor Lawrence getting 45. I'm not cool with him getting 55. That's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, Trevor Lawrence.
We don't have a debate.
You know what? I get that because if Joe Burrow was still a leading paid person, or Jalen Hurts or Lamar, these are all guys who we won MVP or made it to the Super Bowl. A guy like Trevor Lawrence shouldn't walk to the table and be like, I need to get paid higher than them. What?
I'm cool with that. That's why I wasn't mad when Jordan Love came out and said he wanted more. I'm like, cool with that.
I'm cool with Jordan Love wanting more because Trevor Lawrence is there.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
it's the domino effect. Yeah, I'm cool.
Yeah.
Anybody that asks for more money than Trevor Lawrence at this point, I'm cool with it because he don't need that. But that's why the market is messed up.
I get you. Trevor Lawrence messed it up.
Yeah. Now this guy gonna mess it up too.
No, Mark. Deshaun didn't because at the time we all felt like Deshaun deserved that money, but not the guarantee part. But the contract itself, Deshaun was nice.
I don't know. I
feel like Deshaun was really good.
Huh? That was like 4 or 5 years.
I mean, 2 years of being off.
He only missed he missed a year and a half.
It's 2 years.
No, he missed 1 year. He came back second half of the year.
Joe. That's a lot of football.
No. All right, before going to that topic, when they signed Deshaun Watson, who thought Deshaun would be bad? Mark, I didn't. You didn't. I
was on the fence, bro. I was like, I don't know. I don't know.
Especially after the first game. Oh my god! After the first game, oh my god.
No, that's different. After you watched them, I get you on that one because I was like, nah, he rusty, man.
I'm not gonna say
after all this time. He's not gonna be what y'all think. He's gonna take him a while to get back. It's gonna take him. No, that's it. Like he shouldn't have stopped. The game moved way faster than he thought it was.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say I thought he was gonna be bad. I was on the fence. I was like, I don't know what we're gonna get.
I knew it. I called it. I was like, no.
All right, let's go to Tomo.
All right. Well, I mean, we talking about quarterbacks and resetting the market. Well, I mean, we got to talk about Mark. I think you brought this one up too, right? You got to see what's going to be. Is it Destination Dak or is it Destination Dakota? I don't know. We got to figure out, man, is this Dak's last season as a Cowboy? And as a Cowboy fan, I'm not going to speak on this nonsense because you all are not going to do this to my quarterback. Both of y'all are in the NFC East, and I know y'all want him out. So I want to hear from y'all.
I can go first. No. Mark picked this topic.
I could.
You think this is last year?
I do think this is Dak Prescott's last year with Dallas. And the reason why is because I think they would have paid him already if they wanted to pay him. They would have paid him in the offseason or would have paid him last year. So, I mean, like, even with that, like I think they're not going to pay him because they got to pay Micah too. So they ain't going to be able to play 3 of the highest paid players on the same team, especially at 3 of the main positions like that. And how much is they left tackle making? Then he signed a big deal too.
Oh no, it's the
rookie guard.
It's the guard. You talking about Zach Martin? Yeah,
Zach Martin. He signed.
He got like 15, I think.
Yeah, he got a little extension, you know.
Last year,
but
yeah,
it's that I think Dak gonna end up being a Raider next year for some reason. I just feel like Dak and Devontae Adams gonna pair up together because unless you gonna draft, you think Quinn Ewers gonna be there or whoever the next quarterback is to come out the draft, if you know, because Aiden O'Connell ain't gonna be it. I know Texas. Carl talk about him a lot. I don't think it is, but I do believe Dak stay. You know, Dak go to Oakland. Destination Dak. You know,
Vegas. Stay in Vegas now.
Vegas.
First of all, Vegas. Quentin Ewers do not go to Dallas. But anyways,
why?
No, not. I'm talking about Oakland. Get Quinn Ewers, not Dallas. Dallas gonna stick with Trey Lance. Dallas traded for Trey Lance because they do kind of. He ain't really get his shot, and if he can sit behind Dak a few years and then learn from Dak, and then I'm gonna trust him. You know, he's not gonna be worth this much, and we can see what we got with him. Ain't that Jerry Jones? So we'll see what we got. And they're not going to pay their quarterback. They already gave him the extension. Now it's time to give him the boot.
So, no, I don't think it's Dak last year. I don't think that. Number one, Dak wants to be a Cowboy. Let's start there. He wants to be in Dallas. He came out and said that recently. I want to be here. If I leave, it won't be up to me. That's what he said. Those his words. Number two, Trey Lance ain't looking too good, Mark. I'm sorry. He not. He ain't looking too good. So I don't think Jerry sent back like, that's the future right there. No, that ain't the future. Number three, Jerry ain't getting no younger. You think he want to start over and be irrelevant again? You think he's willing to sacrifice a year? The Cowboys declines.
Everybody on their last ride, bro. This is the last dance. Go ahead, keep going, Joe. That's what I'm going to go last.
So, I think Dak's gonna be here next year, man. At the end of the day, he wants to be relevant. And I do think something tells me that Dak will respond this year. I think Dak will get, if they lose in the second round, we won't look at that game and say, yeah, it was Dak. I think Dak will actually play well in the playoffs this year with all the pressure being on him. So, which is weird for me to say. So I think Dak gonna be here next year. $60 million coming up.
All right,
Buy my mic. Come on, Dan Quinn wants
you. Man.
This might be his last year, Joe. This might be his last year, Joe. Unless he wants, because Dak gonna want $60 million. Unless they structure the contract where it's kind of like what they did with Mahomes, where it was like he gets less now and then it's a bubble at the end of the extension. I don't know. Because he talking $60 million, and again, we just talked about Trevor Lawrence for almost like 5 minutes. If Trevor Lawrence getting 55, Dak can get 60. Like if I'm the agent, I'm like he can get 60. If Kirk Cousins can get 45, Dak can get 60. Because again, you at least know that you're going to be able to win your division with this quarterback. Now, are you going to win a few playoff games? You might. Depends on what you got around him. Depends on the coach. Because at the end of the day, the one thing that's going on in Dallas is the deficiencies with the coach and the quarterback. Wherever Mike lacks, Dak can't pick up. Wherever Dak lacks, sometimes Mike can't pick it up. Go back to the 49ers game. We hit the time of possession. Like it's just certain things where some people got to pick up for you. But I think this is going to be his last year because of CeeDee Lamb contract, Michael Parsons contract. Then you got to think about the players coming up after that. You got DeRon Bland. Then you got probably a few other young linebackers and some pass rushers. Again, when you draft, now I sound like Jerry. When you draft as good as this team is drafted, you're going to have to pay some of these players. And we sitting up here talking about Dallas and their quarterback right now. But boy, oh boy, I can't wait till a year or two from now when Dave got to sit in this hot seat and we got to talk about the 49ers. And we got to talk about, I mean, it's a little bit this year, but they ain't got to worry about their quarterback. But when we got to talk about the 49ers and did something. Because at the end of the day, I don't like them. But how we know how to write some contracts, man? Because ain't no way you can pay all them players and they just keep coming back.
How we get them for 2 years? How we get them for 2, 3? How would we sign somebody for like 2 years? Let them go out to the first year if they're not productive. Well, he assigned a superstar to like not like a vet minimum, but like, dang, how was they able to get this player right here for this little bit of money? We would have paid him way more than that. And just Philadelphia is an attractive place. I mean, I ain't gonna say nothing bad about the city, but like Philadelphia is an attractive location as a football player. You want to play there.
I think the Commanders are going to do this, and I think the Giants are starting to do this too, is once you see your players' contract is coming up, that's when you attack. Dallas is doing it on the backside of saying, like, all right, we want to see if you can win it this year. And it's like, well, why would you wait when you know you need this player? And if we overrating Bland, then I guess this to be overrated because Dallas ain't had no turnovers in like 6 years until we got Trayvon Diggs and Bland. So, yes, he's going to be overrated.
You got Dan Quinn.
Come on now. You gonna see what y'all do with him.
Joe Witt Jr.
Go ahead. So yeah, I me personally, I don't want it to be his last year, but also a little bit of me wants it to be his last year for all the Dak haters. I want him to go somewhere else and start winning so we can go through quarterback hell and they could be like, man, you know what, man, we would have just kept Dak. I'm just waiting to hear that to be like, dummies. At least in the playoffs. I'd rather be mad about him not winning in the playoffs than not be in the playoffs. Is that right, Joe?
That's true. Tanking
for two.
Right. Tank for two. All right, man. It was a great show, man. Write this up. So look, here are my last words. First, I want to say shout out to the R2L Network. Shout out to the R2L family. And I do want to address something. I'm not sure if y'all saw the Olympics. You know, Olympics been very entertaining. You know, like we talked about it pre-show, watching badminton and stuff like that. You know, talked about USA basketball. But I did see the intro of the Olympics, and they kind of mocked the Last Supper of Jesus Christ. All right. And I feel like as a follower, I have to say something about this because we talk about sports and I'm a follower of Jesus Christ. So I do want to read the scripture. I don't want to get too spiritual on y'all, but I'm going to read the scripture, all right? It says on 1 John 5:19, right? We know that we are children of God and that the whole world is under the control of the evil one. It also says in John 5:18-19, if the world hates you, keep in mind that it hated me first. We saw it firsthand. If you belong to the world, it will love you as its own. As it is, you do not belong to the world, but I have chosen you out of the world. That is why the world hates you also. So things change in the world. You know, different laws change, you know, different views change, you know, like things change around the world. And because the world says something is okay, we think it's okay. But once again, we are children of God and that the whole world is under the control of the evil one. I just want to say that first. All right. Secondly, my man had a B-Day. You know, Tomo had a B-Day. I got a little gift for you, Tomo. You know,
Here you go.
It's coming your way. All right. Something slight, you know, nothing crazy. You know, something slight. I just want to show you firsthand, you know, what I got you. All right. You know, your birthday coming up, man. You know, I really appreciate you and all that stuff. I gotta get you ready. Let's see what I got you. Here you go, man. Got you some beach towels. You know, I got you a Cowboy beach towel and I got you a Wizards beach towel. Because I know that you're going to be in Cancun for both of your teams.
How can you do this?
But I got you some other stuff too. But, you know, I had to show them this right here. You know, I got to make
the Wizards one is perfect. I don't know why you talking about the Dallas one. Like, why would you do that? Mark, hey, Mark, you going to help me out here? Like, come on.
The Wizards one cool. It's the Dallas one.
Cancun. I heard some nice towels though. You know, I go to the beach a lot. Anybody know me? I go to the beach a lot. You know, I need to give me a Kings one, but you know, I know you go to Ocean City. You know, you go out to the beach, stuff like that. You know, so boom, there you go. Yeah, you know.
I see why you at the beach. Your beach towel probably like as long as the beach.
Come on now,
it's like a flag.
16 years straight. We there early.
Hey, at the end of the day, man, I appreciate it. Hey,
yeah, you know, but you know, I got some other stuff for you too. But, you
okay, cool. The Wizards been in Cancun since 06. Oh man, go ahead, Mark. What's your last word?
Wizards has been since we've been in a gulag for a minute.
Woo.
We gotta get out. But yeah, man, it's great being here. Glad I can serve for my man Dave. Great debates today. And we out. That's it. You know.
Hey man, my last words is, all right, Joe. I can't wait to get them towels in the mail, so that way when I do go to Cancun or Cabo, because I was in Cabo for a playoff game and we won. I came back and we lost. I should have stayed. So I might need them beach towels because I might need to sleep out there for us to win the Super Bowl. But again, man, thank you everybody for the B-Day love. I mean, it's fun always coming on here just debating about sports. And again, I still think it was Kirk Cousins that reset the market. And we out.
All right, y'all. That's all we have for y'all today. And we'll see y'all next episode.
Jamar Chase.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all at the next episode.